Hi there. Hi, I'm doing a double one again. So, last few days I've been deep in my Lego realm and it's just, it's been so much fun. One of the things, it's been really fun. Not only because I got to play, and actually this morning I got up and I started, my play, but it's been also been amazing because I realized that with very simple play and setup, I actually created images for I don't know, I have like a month of things to post or more. I can post a few this week, I can post a few next week, and I can post a few next month. I can post a few in a couple of months. I can do all sorts of stuff. So I decided that I'm gonna share with you 3 major benefits for you to create your own social media visual content, okay? Now, I know, I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook and everybody's, doing the selfie thing and, you're putting yourself out there and taking picture of your trip and picture of your food and picture of your But I'm talking about creating imagery that is more strategic, more creative, more intentional, more interesting, and more different than whatever you see out there. By the way, this is really fun because I don't know if you know me, but I've created a tarot deck that has bodies without heads. So this is really fun for me because now I'm creating again bodies, but I'm also creating separate things that will be heads and hands and all sorts of things. So I guess I'm the mix and match girl. I like to mix and match things. Related separates kind of thing. So anyway, let me share this with you. It's gonna be quick. So first of all, when you're doing your own social media content, okay, you get to craft your own aesthetic. You actually get to figure it out, explore it, develop it. And let me tell you, when it comes to aesthetic and style, it's a muscle, okay? All these people that you see out there that they know how to put together an outfit, they always put together a perfect outfit, or they always, how to show up great, or they create a nice aesthetic. You're not, people are born with good taste, but this is a muscle. You have to practice it and to learn it. And I can tell you that this muscle can also fall asleep, because I remember, for example, when I used to live in New York and I was getting dressed more than I do now these days, that I'm more in the mom thing, my muscle was more flexed. For example, today, if I want to put an outfit, like a sharp outfit, and go out with it, will take me a little longer. I have to okay, so what I'm going to put, and how I'm going to spice this up, and how this will look a little better. So even if you have the fundamentals, if you had good taste, even if you had good clothes, if you have a good background, good ideas, good whatever, it's a muscle. It's a muscle to make this thing really perfected. But the road there, the journey to really improve your aesthetic is amazing, because actually your style contains your opinions. And that's why when you're online and you're creating a personal brand and you are crafting your own aesthetic, without even being aware of it, without even noticing, you are putting your opinions inside your aesthetic, okay? And actually, this is going to bring me to the second benefit of doing your own social media content. The second one is that you can actually put symbols in your in whatever you put out there. For example, I wasn't planning, but here, that's a symbol, right? These are legs, and now they're upside down, and maybe they can be like this. And maybe they can talk about grounding. Maybe the fact that I can change the body and change the face can mean something else. The fact that this is actually a Lego piece, right? That's also a symbol by itself. It doesn't matter if I'm showing you, this, or if I'm showing you this, right? At some point, it matters, but the fact that I'm using Lego, that's already a statement, that I'm using Lego. not everybody is suitable. Not everybody wants to use Lego in their personal brand thing, right? So when you craft your own visual content, you can put your own symbols in. Maybe sometimes it's an animal. Maybe sometimes it's the materials you use. Maybe it's without even telling the story. The story can be something else. You can be talking about something completely different. But when you bring your own symbolic language into it visually, it adds another layer. You become more memorable. You become, your messaging is deeper. It's really attracting and grabbing your audience without them even feeling it. It's a subconscious, because symbolism is really language without, words. We immediately receive the image. That's what the symbol does, and the image is it's communicating us. Okay, so that's the second thing. And the third thing, give me some heart, something. Oh, I love doing this sometimes. I was really good mood today for that. So the third thing, which actually is also connected with this thing here, is that when you are creating your own social media content, okay, you are bringing three things more. You're bringing more joy, more connection, and more intimacy into the game. So you're bringing those three things for yourself. Let me repeat: more joy, more connection, and more intimacy into the game. So it means that you get more joy with your surrounding, with your environment. Okay? Hey, Earth Angel. Okay, you get more joy. Like I have now my Lego thing here. I'm very joyful that I have it. I'm joyful that I played for 20 minutes this morning before I opened my email and before I started writing my book and before, I know some people do their writing first thing in the morning, but actually I did some of this in the morning, to just feel great. And whoops, there, this can always happen. So you see, that's a symbol now. I'm left with one foot. That's already a story, right? What are you going to say about that? I'm left with 1 foot. 1 foot only. So you see, it's already like a story. So I felt more joyful by actually using what I have and creating something and bringing it out. So I got from joy from being in my world. Okay, that's one thing. Then I got more connection from being in my world, because I'm actually, again, playing with what I have around here. I'm more grounded in my universe, in my storytelling, in my toys, in my room, in my office. And of course, I'm more intimate, right? I'm not just here on a surface. I'm really deepening my creative process. I'm deepening the way of, how I decide I'm going to show up and all that. But what it does, that it's not only that I get this joy, connection, and intimacy just for myself. I get it also for my clients. I get it for you guys, right? Now that you see me creating my own, visual content, you also receive more joy. You receive more connection with me, right? Because you know more about what I'm about and how I go around in this world. And also it allows more intimacy between us, because without even sharing some juicy details, right? I share a lot. I already shared a lot just by putting my visual content, one that is original and that I created especially for my personal brand, out there, right? And I didn't have to say too much, prepare too much. It's just this spontaneous, evolving process. And I think that every business owner, it's nice. I understand the idea of, using stock photos. I totally understand the idea of hiring a photographer. I understand the idea of, going around and posing for yourself and getting pictures. All that is totally understandable and legit. But if you're really trying to see what other visual content can I create to bring into my feed, to bring into my, Facebook post, to bring into my videos that can really represent me and really bring me, really bring the true me out without trying hard. This is like really easy. So that is for today. Please go and make something that is your own and show it. Put it out there. I promise you it will reward you. Thank you so much and can't wait to see more. Bye. Oops. And oops.